back to Plank Goodness. I'm Leanne and we're at Transformations Yoga and Pilates Studio, and today is rest day. So day 20, rest day. That's a lot of days that you've been doing the planks. We really want to be able to stretch out the front of the body, especially if you think of your thighs, the quadriceps, and we're trying to lift them up against gravity and getting through the belly and opening up through the chest and the shoulders. So we're going to start first by lying down onto the mat. And as you lie down onto the mat, you can have your hands underneath your shoulders or underneath your forehead. So for some of us, this is where we're going to stay, and we're not going to go anywhere else but here. So you can be right here, or you can have your upper hands to the upper arms, forehead onto the forearms. You can stay there. Now some of you might feel very comfortable in actually rising up onto your forearms with your shoulders drawing back and the chin in, and you've been getting into that position when you start your planks. Now if you feel comfortable here, see if you can bend one of your legs, right? So we're bending the leg. And you'll notice an opening through the front of the hip and through the thigh, but you don't want any pain in the low back. So if you start to feel discomfort, come down. If you're still feeling comfortable there, you take the opposite arm to that leg in to give you a little more support. That can help lift you up. And then you take your hand to see if maybe you can touch your toes or your foot or the ankle. And then you rotate your ribs down. Right? So you're just opening up through the front of the hips, through the front of the body. Still strengthens the back of the body, and if that feels really good, you let your whole body come down and maybe bring the heel in towards the buttocks. Right, so you're opening up the front of the hip and the thigh. And just noticing how you feel. And now, very gently, you're going to release. And we're going to do that to the other side. So you're going to come up onto the forearms, here or here. And we can use a yoga strap, right, or something like a belt or a strap to hang onto the foot. But you don't have to. You don't want to be pushing yourself to where you're not ready to go. So you're looking for a little bit of gentle tension. So if you go here and say you have gentle tension, if you're really feeling that the back of your leg, your hamstrings are screaming at you, we don't need to go any further. We're just trying to open up the front of the hip and the thigh. And so relax the shoulders and the head. Maybe you're here. And each of these are all different ways of holding on to the leg. Some of you, if you need an extra stretch, you just bring your hand down below the ankle and maybe even flex the foot, right? And then you can come down a little more or all the way down onto the mat. So we're looking to open up the front of the hip and the belly and the chest, right? So you can feel that reaching out. So no pain, just some gentle tension. And these are the muscles that you engage because we engage the whole body. So then very gently just release. And because we've been engaging the back doing that, we're now going to release the back. So you come up and you bring the buttocks right down towards the heels. You can stretch the arms out, or you can have the head down. You can bend the elbows and have the head into the hands to have the head a little bit higher than the heart. Or you can rest the forehead down onto the forearms. You're just complementing what you were just doing. The other thing you can do is to take your arms on either side of the legs, or you take your wrists between the ankles and the buttocks and you just kind of hold on to the heels. That kind of captures your arms and it's nice for the shoulders. Now very gently we're going to come up and we're going to extend the legs out in front of the body. And we're trying to avoid this tucking underneath. If you find that that's happening to you, you have a lot of tightness in the front of the hips, then you probably like to sit on the edge of a blanket so you feel your pubic bone go forward and your tailbone go back. And if not, you can also take your hands to the buttocks and move the flesh out of the way so you're sitting more on the bony parts of the buttocks, the sitting bones. Right? So that will help to rotate from here to here, and it gives you a little more support. you will feel the thighs working. So now what we were stretching is now engaged, and now we're just reaching through the back of the body. That's giving you a nice little stretch there. Good. So now, and you can sit on the edge of a blanket too, if that feels more comfortable, to help tilt the pelvis, because this is lots of work. So now very gently you bring one thigh knee in towards the belly and the chest, and you can have your arms down, and you're trying to feel your shoulder blades draw back when you lift up, and you can bow the head. And then we're going to twist. We're going to do a seated twist. So you're going to pull your rib cage around and relax the shoulders down. You don't want to feel like your shoulders are being caught up, right? You're drawing the shoulders down, just the rib cage drawing around. Your hand can go around the leg or underneath the leg. The other hand can go behind you to help extend up. But I'm not using my arms to torque the body around, right? Just having a nice gentle lift. And so you should feel that, some gentle tension, and then connect with your breath. So as you inhale, you should feel that your rib cage is expanding against that twist. Right? So very gently, you're now going to unwind. And you can hold these postures a lot longer than I'm holding too, right? So just for the video, we're just holding it a little bit longer. So once again, onto the sitting bones, pubic bone forward, tailbone back. If you're having difficulty, you can move the flesh away. Oh, that's what we call it. We call it flesh. We don't use the other F word, right? So you want to feel your shoulders draw back, and you can wrap the arm under or over and feel the ribs do the work for you. Not the arms, not the low back. Only go to where you feel gentle tension. You're still reaching everything out through the crown of the head, relaxing the muscles of the face. And then notice how your breath is expanding the rib cage as you inhale. Don't hold the breath. Right? You're doing wonderful. And then you release. And then maybe just bow the head down towards the knee. And then you come up. And you're all done. So that's our stretch for today's rest day. And I want you to have a nice rest, because we're going to start turning it up a little bit more tomorrow with some 90-second planks. Piece of cake. I know you can do it. Just challenge yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Make an effort and go for it. Peace.